Alright, good afternoon everybody. Laz here. I was just going to make a quick little video, brief summary of what has gone on so far in the Stones of Power campaign for you out there who are viewing. Um, we've been going about 2.5 years strong, so pardon my missing facts and stuff. We're gonna actually having a written history made, but for just you guys' general knowledge of what all's gone on, who is who, and what of that nature. Stones of Power campaign basically is a homebrew campaign. We do a rotating DM system, so every few months the DM changes, so everybody gets a chance to play. We've all played together long enough that it hasn't been an issue at all. I know that sometimes things like that get to where it's a little, people get their feelings hurt. There's been a lot of deaths in the campaign, so there's, we all know that that's part of what the game is itself. But starts off on the island of Landstrom. The town of Nordstrom was the village that we all lived near. The main characters that started on that island in the town, we had Gladius, who was a pupil of a Father Barnaby in the town. He was the father of the Temple of Pelor. So Gladius was a paladin. Legoian, Gladius was just a human paladin. Legoian Silver's Gleaming is an elf who is a rogue. Goes on to become he's from the woods, has a little bit of magic in him, so he has one level of sorcerer. But at the beginning, he's just basically a rogue. From the Northern Mountains, Burnham, Brave Warrior, was a dwarf fighter. The two other who were in the town were Thomas Bueller and Tristan Curith. Tomas, not Thomas. See, I'm telling you, it's been a long time. Anyways, those were the main characters who started off in the campaign. Basically, what drew our adventurers into the mode of adventuring, into fighting, and doing what we were doing. The Dark Lord has been awoken. He's sent out his minions to find these 20 stones of power. Basically, he's going to gather them together, and once they're all together, he can open a portal that will transform the abyssal plane into the plane that we are now, the peaceful plane we live in, the normal plane. Basically, Balak is the captain of the Dark Lord's army. He raids the village of Nordstrom, kills basically the entire population of the town, including Father Barnaby. So this pushes Gladius to really want to go out and strive against this evil. We gather information on the island. We have to travel south. I'm pretty sure it was south, to an island just south of us called Keplicon. We observe a strange demonic ceremony that's going on. It's basically the cloning of a dwarf and an elf, basically making them like an ultimate fighter, I guess you would call it. The evil witch Malsura, who's one of the big baddies in this campaign, she runs the operation. While we're there, we go down in her dungeons. We rescue Lorniel and Tomer from the dungeons. Also in this area, we did learn. We met up with Horus at some point. Horus was is a group of 4 men hunting Balak. He he had 3 men, Liam, Jareth, and Botham. They're all, oh, and Gavin. So he has 4 men. Sorry, he was the leader of the 4 men. But yeah, he's the one who basically gives us our information, starts sending us on our adventure. That would close up the first round, the first island, or the first DMing session. Second one coming up. We land upon the island of Ruin. Originally, we land on the island of the southern island, just off the shore. Actually, I have Ruin here for us, so I can show everybody, and you guys can kind of know what I'm talking about. Yeah, we'll just put it there. So this is Ruin. Ruin, we started off down, we landed down here on the southern island down there, Mount Champions Island. I'm pretty sure down there we find this plaque, basically inscribing, we sail our way up to the top part of the island. That is kind of hard to see, actually. I'm going to move this map down so you can see it better. There we go. Up to the top part of the island, there's a port up there. We land there. We run, Ooms runs a tavern up in here, gives us a lot of our information. See, it's been so long since I've been in this campaign. Basically, there's a vampire lord, Lord Sepish, who lives in this castle on the far west side of the island. We have to try to figure out the way to. There's a stone hidden. If you look in the middle of the map, there looks like a head sticking out of the water right there. There's like an underground tunnel we had to travel through to get to the western side. The western side's basically Lord Sepish and his Sepites run the area. They were all up over us. We're rolling in here like level 3, 4, 5, and it's dangerous with those with the vampires. So this was a rough one, but it was an awesome one. Very well done. A lot of little details. Once again, like I said, when we get the written history, you'll get more of that stuff. This we ended up getting the stone we needed. On this island, the first day Tristan played got killed. So we lost him the first day. So Jeff started up a new character. Who did he start? Let me go look at the board. I'll be right back. Who did you start, Jeff? Pretty sure it was Killeran with Faradir. No, it was Killeran. Yeah, Killeran. He started Killeran. I think. No, Killeran just died. Huh. I'm not sure which character he started. Anyways, apples to apples. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so make our way through. Malsura shows up. Basically captures our troops, our whole group. While we're being transported from the island of Ruin to wherever Malsura was transporting us to, there was a great storm. Gladius even had a dream about this storm, so maybe, Paler might have had a hand in this storm happening, but the ship they're on, Rex, Legoian's on a different ship. He is gone for a while. But they land upon an island of Abjecto. The island of Abjecto. Let me see here. Abjecto is basically what Abjecto is a prison island. Kind of like Australia was originally to the British. They kind of just sent, this is where outcasts were sent, they were all sent here. They land up on the southern shore down here, just like southwest of that little hut you see. When they get up on the shore, sandy beaches. The map's not colored in as much as it needs to be, but basically where the tan ends is forest starts. They're walking up on the beaches. Giant birds come down, start picking up on the remains. What saves them is a little dwarven man. Not dwarf. He is a gnome. A little fat gnome that's about as wide as he is tall. Doing basic magic tricks, basically to spook them and scares them off. This is Ernesto Lothian Grahaladinstar the third, actually, but his goes by Ernesto. Basically, he has the guys run a couple errands for him. He needs his hat and his wand. He gets those from him. So he leads them up across this eastern side of the island, across that little river there, up to this cave in the mountain chain. That's a big mountain chain that goes across the island. They come across a couple different troops on their way through. He leads them through the mountains and on down here towards that water on the north side, the little lake. They come across a little group of merrymen, rangers. Bert the Steady, he's an elfish archer. He leads a group of men in the woods. They do an archery contest with him to see who has superior skills as far as that's concerned. Oddly enough, the guy who had the best archery skills in the group didn't show up tonight, and the guy who was the least dexterous actually won the archery contest. Oh, well, as far as the group was concerned, he did the best in the archery contest. Bert made him look bad. On the other side of the mountains, they run into a troop of monks, give them some little martial training, teach them how to fight with their hands. Jerome Quickfist was he's the voice of Ryusa. Basically, Ryusa is the head of this monk sanctuary, the sanctuary of the Silver Fist. They go talking to Ryusa through Jerome. They learn more about Atherna Silver's Gleaming. Everyone on the island refers to her as the Silver Queen. So basically, she is a two-time felon here. Technically, most people say there's no one. Once you land on the island, you're basically dead. You're never coming off. She has made it off, but has gotten taken back. She's basically really out royalty here. Ryusa points them the way. They meet up with her. She knows where this stone they're looking for is on the island. It's in the middle of that lake up there. They go down and they get it. On their way out, they have to climb back up through the mountains, fighting or avoiding a large group of stone giants up there. Make their way down to the beach. As they come over the mountains, Atherna leads them the way because she knows of another ship that's been wrecked on the eastern side. They come across, they see that it's the other ship. Lagoian's down there with guards and stuff. They go down, take them out. Malsura's fleet of ships is actually lined up on the eastern side of the island. I think it's like 8 to 10 ships strong. Basically a barricade, so there's nowhere to go. With that being said, they commandeer a boat themselves, begin to take off. As they're going out, Bert and the elves come, or they're not all elves, but the rangers all come, and they begin firing fiery arrows and clear a path for the adventurers to make their way out. The adventurers make their way on out. That's one of my campaigns. That's why I know way more about it than I do about the others. I don't pay attention. I'm a terrible person. They sail on out. They land on the island of Gador. I think that's how we pronounce that. The island of Gador. I have some notes on the island of Gador. Oh, don't do that. Oh, I gotta let the dog out. 1 second. Come on. Come on. Okay, the island of Gador. Um, all right, sorry. The island, like we land on the island of Gador. That town down here is Jamestown. Jamestown's ran by a little kid. Oh no, the Jamestown is ran by Mayor Harris Gorvite, whose father James Gorvite was the one who brought the people first to the island about 15 years ago. They've got a nice little civilization there. They're being tormented though by a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Yeah. So we had to kill a Tyrannosaurus Rex who attacked the town. Sadly enough, on the intro video and stuff, you'll see the plaque for Chris Upman. Chris Upman was a guard in the town who was killed during the attack. He also wore a fern on his head because he was crazy. So we called him Fern Man. Peace, love, Fern Man. Anyways, back to the nature at hand. The Eastmen live about 30 miles to the east. That's that bigger city. It's a big fortress over there. They're governed by a 13-year-old kid, Lord Given. He's a crazy little motherfucker. Leads them into a lot of trouble. Up to the north of Jamestown, you can see the what's up there. There was a witch up there. We had to go find her hat because she had a curse on. See, there I go again. I don't remember, but she had a curse. She was setting a curse on people, and so we went and got her hat. We needed to destroy her hat to break the curse. That's what it was. So we went up there. A house attacked us. We got attacked by a house. She was like possessed the house. Beat the house. Set the motherfucker on fire. Smoked it out. It was pretty sweet. It was actually an awesome fight. Basically, we end up having to go up. We get the little kid, Lord Given. He takes us into this ancient tunnelway where the stone we're looking for is. Basically, leads us in there basically to get us killed. He had no intent of doing good. He was in there, and actually, we almost wiped that night when we went in there. There was a stone guardian thing that we awoken, and instead of pressing the kid to make it stop, we tried to fight it. It killed two of our group. Put another one on the back. My character is the only character who was like, I was a rogue, avoiding it all. I had invisibility. I was hidden. I stabilized the guy that went down. Then I grabbed the little kid without him knowing. Told him to shut that shit down. That's how it ended. We lost Tomas and can't remember who the other character was. But we lost Tomas. And Tomas, yeah, we lost Tomas. Forgot to mention that Tomas and Bert had a encounter while we hung out at Bert's longhouse. Got a little too drunk. Anyway, One moment, sorry. Okay, after the island, after we got all done with that, kill the kid at some point. Get the stone, bolt off the island. Jeff and Aaron start new characters. That was Moloch and Faradir. They were brothers. Moloch was a half orc assassin, and Faradir was a can't remember, but we fought our way out. We're going across the ocean. Like we're getting to. Okay, Steve's part takes over. I don't really recall. Yeah. But we ended up getting in a mess with some pirates who killed. Well, we kind of made a bad mistake. We went upside a pirate ship. 3 of us jumped off. 1 of us stayed on the boat. They boarded the boat and killed the one. They killed Faradir. Moloch went enraged after it. Started just fighting. Dies. Gladius gets the boat, starts sailing us away. My character gets off the boat as well. We get away. Those 2 die. Then it's Killerin and I'm missing people here apparently. More than I thought I was. Anyways, that's not important. I'm just being overly talkative. Move on to the island of Vita de Mor. This island is the shit. Jeff and Aaron are the best at the maps. I won't lie. They really knock it out of the park. Like, it's ridiculous how they do with these shits. This is Vita de Mor. We landed, as you can see the little dots down, we landed in that little middle island, little inlet area there on the very bottom, south side of it. Basically, I should remember this one more. Jeff did a great job through this. Basically, there was a dark power rising up in the eastern part. The western part had been peaceful for years, but stuff had started to get a little hairy. We lose, I think, 3 of our. We had gained maybe 7 or 8 stones. We lost the majority of them at this island. Fought our way through. I can't even remember bad guys' names from this one. This is like this was a lot of traveling in this one. We had a lot of great big battles. From Vita de Mors, we move to Aaron's second island. Once again, I don't have a picture of this one. He didn't make a map for this one, but find our way onto his island. I thought it was a small map that we made that I just don't have here. But yeah, I have no idea. I went blank. Oh, the island of Greymore. Boom, here's my notes right here, right in front of me. That's why you always look before you just assume stuff, people. Thank you. The island of Greymore. We make our way to the town of Sump. The big guy in Sump doesn't like us. You can tell from day one. He's keeping an extra tight look on us. We run into a little good witch, who I cannot remember her name, but she was she gave us some healing potions, hooked us up with some shit. Let me think. We had to make our way up, basically, to these mountains. Other side of the mountains, there was assassins chasing us all through here. Make our way to the other side of these mountains. The mountain range on the other side had just like turned to blackness. Got to the other side, there had been a portal opened to the abyssal plane. We had to go in and destroy this demon. He took like 3 more of the stones, escaped, but we closed the portal, so the island of Greymore was saved. That side of the island was back reopened. Really cool, like giant kingdom on the other side, to where like steps were like 10 feet tall. Yeah. Then they made their way out. Got told that they should go to this island called the island of Draconia. So they sail that way. They go into the town. Into it. Draconia is basically a mountain that has just an inlet in it, like a mountain with just like a carved out spot where like you can sail into. It's still ocean inside. It's a giant dwarven harbor that they've carved. Big giant ceilings, a huge city in there. They're greeted by where's my game notes? This is where we are now. So for all of you watching, this will be the catch up of what's going on here and now. They get there. They run Belarus. Belarus is a fat dwarf. Wears a hat that's too big for him. Always having to push it back up over his eyes. The town itself is run by, or the island. The king is Aenus Tenenbaum. He's the king. He's the ancestor of Claudes. Claudes killed a giant. Was like the dragon killers, they call him. He destroyed there was a great battle 1,000 years ago when dragons also lived on the island with them, that they destroyed the dragons in a great battle, or supposedly destroyed the dragons. We don't know for sure. Yeah. So they're there now. They've had to. The king asked them to do 3 things for him. He needed siege weapons. He needed siege weapons from the unkept dungeons. He needed them to gather armor and weapons from the from the Valley of the Death. That's where the great battle took place. So there's a bunch of armor and stuff from the dead dwarfs and stuff. And he also wanted them to go and start the great forges. So they went and did those three things. The forges was was guarded by a giant or a group of orcs. Wasn't too hard of a fight, you know. Fire kills orcs so fast. And Jeff's newest character is Oracle, a Tiefling Oracle. Pretty powerful shit. They do that. They when they go and they first scout out the Valley of Death, they run into this elf who walks on clouds, basically on like fog. They meet him. He tells them some things. Basically, tells them that the king's evil and that they're being deceived. They don't believe him very much. They go back, tell the king. King doesn't like the idea. He thinks that they're kind of crazy because there's not elves on this island, but they saw one. So he kind of tells them that they should, you know, he goes into a rage about it. They continue on. They get the gear. When they go back and get the gear from the Valley of Death, he returns to them and basically kind of breaks things down, tells them that the king's cousin's coming. The king's cousin is a abomination that's a half dwarf, half demon, was the offspring of a demon who, raped a dwarven woman who gave birth. Andreas is a, like, they don't know much about him yet. So if they see this, well, they know this much. He's a great warrior. He originally didn't really embrace his demonic traits as a youth, but then he kind of realized the power in it. He continued on, and now he's a pretty wicked guy. Last week they actually, this is where we are at the moment. Is last week they finally got down and entered the hag nest. They had to battle about 20 hags to get, well, not 20, it was 10 sea hags, 4 blood hags, and 1 pit hag. So they did that, beat all that. They got the siege weapons. That's where we are at the moment, guys. Yeah, I know that was kind of quick, but that is the basic history of everything. Comments, questions, hit me up, let me know. You can message me on Twitch. You can message me on the new Google Plus page. Look up the International Guild of Adventurers. You are the part of the International Guild of Adventurers. Let me know that. Let me invite you. You are now formally invited. Things to come. We have officially got a viewer XP leveling up system. It'll be in force this week. The people who have been there from day one, you're going to be boosted a little bit. You're going to get some extra things. We're going to be doing giveaways soon, guys. Be sending out some dice to people. Trying to make some custom bags for you guys. Going to be working on a logo, basically a seal. I'm thinking basically a shield, four spots. I want adventurer's backpack, sword, weaponry, sword and an axe maybe, crossing, and then 20. You gotta have the 20 sided in there. But yeah, what else can I, but we have, on the, as far as the experience and leveling up as viewers, you'll get different giveaways and stuff. You'll get, the ability at certain points to do, encounters. So that'll be fun for you guys. We're doing basically 100 experience points for showing up, 50 for showing up early, right on time, basically 50 more for being there at the end. We know we play late. A lot of you guys are from overseas and other things, and we appreciate you guys sticking it out till 4 in the morning with us. That's pretty fucking awesome. but you'll get extra experience for that. You'll get experience. You'll get a big boost of experience if you bring your friends in, guys. If you bring in friends, you'll get a 200 experience boost. And honestly, that's a level. I haven't got the chart thing made out, but I'll have that for Monday so you guys can see it. I have names of the people who've been here since day one. I've got screenshots of my followers at the moment, so even the people who've been following, you know, you're gonna get a boost compared to the people who are just coming in. But that's good for you guys because we appreciate you guys showing up. Quick shout outs to our Rocket Power Hillbilly, New Marino, Yarf, Blade Returns, and Steel Expert. You guys have shown out, chatted a bunch. We appreciate that. That being said, guys, this is Laz. I'm going to go ahead and go get some lunch now. I'm signing out for the moment. But you guys join us Monday. Send us any questions you have. Remember, we do have the Google Plus and YouTube pages now. So, International Guild of Adventurers. Look us up. Join us. We're going to make this something amazing. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.